Hi everybody, welcome to Carnation TV. I'm Laura. We've got Miss Taz next door, and today, well, no, we've had a show already, but I'm so excited to show you a collection you might have already seen. It has been on before, but look at the price. So we are matching a Black Friday deal for this. It is 50% off for today only. So it's going to go back up at midnight tonight. And then if there's stock left, it might go back down to this price for Black Friday. But today we're matching Black Friday offer. You've got 50% off, so it's £67.50, and it should be £160.93 for this full collection if you bought them all individually. This collection is absolutely stunning. If you've seen the last show, you'll know I used bits in the last show and how well this goes with the extension pack Welcome to the Farm that we had on earlier. But this is absolutely, look at that card shape, those frames you've got at the top. And so I'm just going to go straight to the boards so we can see everything that you've got in here. Look at the size of this. That doesn't really do anything for you at all, does it? To be fair. Hold the line. Does it say? No, I haven't got the packaging. Do you know how big it is, Taz? I'm going to guess it's almost 20 centimetres, which I'm going to say, yes, is the same the other way. I know that looks so bizarre, but so it is a really, really large size die. In the last show and in this show, you'll see me, I use the smaller bits as well. So you can just use that smaller part to make your car bases if you wanted to. You can use these parts with the large ones and make apertures or make frames. And this goes perfectly with Pleasant Pastures, obviously, as part of the collection. But like I was saying earlier, this looks like a really ornate frame. You could use that in gold for Christmas, for wedding, for absolutely any. This is one that's going to stay out and you're going to use every single day. Now, Taz just said she's got the measures. N 19.6 by 19.6. Didn't I say it was almost 20? I just said spot on, Taz. That's a crafting eye, that is. That's why when I go to the house and I measure something, I go like this and then move to where I want to go. I do. She's having a go at me now for doing that, but there you go. Right, next one. Now this is, which one is this? Lightly Weathered. This is absolutely stunning. I've used this one, I think, on nearly every single one that I've done. It works absolutely perfectly. Go into them and you can see cutting them up as well. They just work amazing. You've got the ladder. Now this one, I'll show you when I come to use it. You know, you've got the mirrored artwork. This one to me is almost like magic because you can see the ladder is leaning that way. The steps are here, but it works the same way when you turn it around. So you can have it going that way or that way. It is absolutely brilliant. These vines, you can add them into the fences. You can add them around the rockery. You can add them in with other things as well. It works really, really well. Look at this, wild flowers. This one, so you've got the grass that you can add in. Now what I love about this is I've used this in multiple ways. So because you've got this connector part in the center, one of the ways I've used it is I've just folded them over to make almost like a bouquet and then pop them behind. So like that one, for example, just fold them up and they all layer on top of each other, and then you can pop the grass at the bottom to cover that little bit. Or the other thing I've done is I've just snipped them away from that and used them individually. So lots of different ways that you can use that one. And again, they're florals. Think of other collections that you've got as well that are going to work perfectly with that. Stocking up. So you've got the fence there with the with all the wood stacked up against it. You've got the axe there with the wood, and you've got the hay. Again, they work absolutely perfectly with side panels, just that bit to add in the background. These could be your focal points. The hay is obviously going to work perfectly with the animals that you're going to see coming up. Sitting pretty. Oh, I think that's so cute. I don't know why as well. That makes me think of a kitchen. Oh, so Taz is saying it's because this bit looks like a teacup. It might be. And yeah, okay, Taz. And eggs, because eggs are breakfast. But you've got, take it easy. And you've got your hen with the eggs there. Really lovely. You can see you've got bits of hay or straw there as well. So it would work perfectly. But to be fair, everything works perfectly. But you've got the hay there as well. Next one. Run of the roost. Now this one, you can see it's almost like the steps. So you can pop that on there. So it could be like the hen house. And you've got steps there to go with. This I've used on its own as well because it almost made me think of like a beehive. Can you see where I'm going? She's agreeing with me, but I'm not convinced, I gotta be honest. You got your basket with the eggs in. So we were talking about that one earlier, if you remember. And then this is like the chicken feed thing, isn't it? It's probably got a proper name, but the chicken feed. And then farmyard friends. I mean, if you saw the last show, you'll see how perfectly these work together. But you've got your horse, your Highland cow, your ostrich, goose, and your pig. They are, I mean, isn't it? As I was just about to say, Taz in my ears just gone, that pig is absolutely adorable. I love him though. And do you know what I love? Like the movement that you've got. And this is, they are really, really detailed. But this is what I love about Carnation, because you can see all this detail, all this cut detail in. Everything's got movement. Like nothing, even just the way they're angled, nothing is flat. So they work perfectly with the full collection. Right, let me just move them out of the way. So, it was all going so well. Right, I just want to show you one more. Do you know what that is? That wasn't my fault. It's because this die's so big. It's just, it just can't stay up. It's so big. Nothing to do with me at all. It is just so big. So the next thing I want to show you, because if you were getting this collection, this is also on offer. And this to me is just, it's one of them dies. I look at that and I think wedding cards. I think just background cards. It can be a barn door, a stable door. It can be so many different things. You've got this stunning vine effect going around the side. You've got the brickwork, and then you've got the doors that you actually mat and layer up, so they're decoupaged up. Equally, you can snip into that so the door opens. You can snip the top bit off so it looks like a barn door where the top bit's been open. Honestly, when I show you the samples, some of the design team have cut it in half and just used it that way. There's so many different ways that you can use it, and you do get it in 2 different colorways. So you can see that one. Doesn't that just make you think of like a wedding card? But equally, a farm door. There's just so many ways that you can use this. 11.8 by 18.9 is the size of the largest mat. So you've got mats and layers to go on the back. That's the size of the largest mat. So it is a really, really good size die. So if you add the main collection and the stable door, £81.50 for everything with your free postage. I mean, that's still less than what the collection was. Oh, but if I was doing that, I'd add in the perfect papers, because these I'm making it work. These, shall I open it? Are you okay? Oh, she's treating me. She said yeah. So if you want to add in the perfect papers as well, and the stable door, and the collection, £96.49, which is still for the whole show, it is still less than what the original price would have been for just the collection. Right, we're going over here. Right, so your perfect, where am I going? Should I just go like that? Perfect papers. Now you can see you've got different colorways in here. You've got your 2 solids of every colorway. You've got your stripe. Can you see the stripes? Hang on, let's get a darker color. Right. There. Right, so you've got your 2 solid colors, which is going to be perfect for cutting out those frames. You've got your stripes. And you've got your spots. So you're going to get that design. So if you've seen the show I was doing earlier, and you'll see it on the cards that we're going to do now, but you'll see you get that in every colorway, which is just, and when you look at these, it doesn't matter what you put next to it, it's going to work. They've been, you know, the colors have been pulled out from the artwork, so it doesn't matter what you put next to it, it's going to work. So if I brought in that one, you can see it would work with the blue, it would work with the pink, it would work with the browns. It's just going to work with every single color. Every single one. Oh, that's okay. Right, should we show some of these samples? Because they are absolutely stunning. And there is so, honestly, there are so many samples here. I think we could probably just spend the whole hour. So Suzanne has messaged in saying hello. Hello, Suzanne. And she absolutely loves this set. And Jenny West has also messaged in saying hello. Hello, Jenny. Look at that. That is Pam. That is just absolutely adorable, isn't it? Look at him. Oh. Taz is doing impressions of what her Highland cow would sound like. But can you just see how easy everything comes together, and it just builds that scene really easily for you. So you don't have to go in and think about what can you add in, what can I use for the background. I love that, using the reverse. It's so clever. And then we've got this one. This one's using that bandeau, but in a different way. So it's not how you'd have imagined using it, but bringing in the flowers. But you can see there's bits of everything built in there. Oh, he's just so cute. And then we've got this one. We've got another one there from Pam. And then this one again is using that bandeau, but you can see it's been cut away. It almost looks like a window. Do you know, like that? It almost looks like a castle window or something like that. Look at that. Aren't they pretty? So bringing in that large frame, it's your card shape. You can see how these just build up. They're cute, aren't they? Oh, wait, stay there. I've got one more that I purposely did not show Taz, so she can see it now. Are you ready? This is the biggest card I have seen. Look at that. I cannot remember the last time I seen a card this big. This is Sue. Look at that. That could be a shadow box for a gift to somebody, a calendar. Yeah, I know it. So Taz was trying to get something out, but instead of actually saying what she meant, she was shouting words at me. So what she was trying to say is that these would be good for making books for children to learn how to read or say letters and things. And yes, I totally agree with you. It was just the way you were just like, book, words, children. But yeah, how cool is that? I could just imagine that like in a photo frame, in a shadow box. Absolutely stunning. Right, let's put that one back. And let's make a demo. So for this one, we're going to use the Perfect Papers, which are cardstock. So you can see how these just work perfectly together. What have I got on there? It is. So Taz just said in my ear that she really likes this colour. It's almost like a caramel colour. They are really lovely colours in the pack, and they just work really well. To be fair, I think it's a nice mutual palette in those Perfect Papers, so they would work with a lot of different collections. Right, so that's going to go on there. Then I've got some white cardstock that I've just put some foam on the back, and then this is just going to layer on top. So always try and add in, just get some height in between my layers. So that's going to go on there, like so. And then I've got this stunning bandeau. So you can see what that's going to look like. Now I've cut out one of the mats to go behind it because I was making a really large card with this, and as you can see, that die on its own is huge. So I've cut out the back mat in white, which is going to go there. And then I'm just going to use glue, and I'm going to put this down flat on the back. So it just rubs. Pam Simpson's from the design team is a message and saying hello. Hi Pam. We were just showing lots of your cards as well. That is going to just fit on there. I like so. I absolutely love that. And then what I'm going to do, you've got these decoupage bits. So I'm going to layer things on top of this. So I don't want to do anything with that door. But like I said, you can, you know, cut the top bit off so it looks like a bandeau is open, or you could snip away, because all of those cut lines, all those detail lines are in the die for you. All you've got to do is just follow that cut line, and you can just snip them away. So you could make it so that the door was open. There's just so many different things you can do with it. But for this one, because I'm going to mat my scene in front of it, there's no point in me having this open. But I am going to go in and just decoupage up these panels just to add, it just adds in that extra something, doesn't it? So I'm just going to put some foam on the back of here. I can't get over the price of everything on this show. This could be, do you know what I've just thought? This could be I'm going to get this for my other half to give me for Christmas. Yeah, I've already bought the present, so you can't. And the thing is, as well, if you've said, how many people, if you've said to your partner, can you buy me something crafty, would they actually get something that you want? Without being like really specific of going, I want this exact thing. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, you want something interesting, don't you? Something fun. Right, so these we're going to stick on there. Now, this pole has got, where did I put the board? Just so I can show you. Because this bit does have an extra element to it, but because I was going to cover it, I've snipped it away. So can you see that's come from there? So I've just snipped this bit away, but I've kept that, and you'll see I use it in another demo. So don't be afraid to go in and snip them down, or even you could have used another. I could have used another one, and you could make a full fence. So if you wanted to put like the animals behind there, you could, you know, use the reverse, pop that there, and it looks more like a fence. So don't be afraid to go in, snip them, change them around. Because this is one thing I love. If you do it and you don't like it, it's not like you've sat there spending hours colouring that in. All you've got to do is print another sheet off. So don't be afraid to do things like that. Right, let's glue this down. Oh, so Amanda's message saying that I'm doing a great job. She loves my demos. Thank you. That means so much. Right, so we're going to pop that one there. And then I'm going to balance this out. So I've popped the other one, so the one with all the wood on the side. That is going to go on that side. And I'm not fussed about it overhanging, okay? So just popping some glue along that post. And then that's going to go there, like so. And then I've got this lovely like trailing ivy, and this is just going to pop by there. I'm not going to start going in yet with any of my 3D glue because I'm filling this card basically. This is going to go there, so just following that up. And then, right, so that's going to go there. So I'm going to grab my glue gel now. That's going to go there. And then we're going to just keep building this up. So let me pop this one down first. That is going to go on there, so just going along the bottom, and then he or she is going to fit by there. But what I love about this is you can have this going either way. So if you want to go in that way, or you want to go in the same shape, so you can change it round. And I'm going to have it going that way just so it's got a point of difference. So let's put some glue on there, and that's going to fit there like that. And then he or she is going to go in the center. So this one, well, we'll have to give him a name. So in the last show, we were asking for names. So we'll have to give he or she a name. He's going to go by there. Some glue on the back. So he's just going to be a bit more prominent at the front. And then I've got my sentiment. So this little tag is from, it's from Clean and Simple, Radiant Petals. Taz was thinking what it was called and it came to me. So I've cut out 2 tags from Radiant Petals, popped my sentiment on there, and then we're going to stick this down on the top. So I'll pop that there to balance that out. And then there's our card. It's so, oh, he's just so cute. But I love how everything just works. You've got all the extra elements in. So even if you wanted to make something like this is just an A4 card, A4 sheet of card folded in half for my card size. But how many collections do you know that you can go from that to that? And it's not even just that. You can go from that to that. and it's just one collection. That's not multiple collections in one. That's all, everything is included in this collection. You've got everything you need there. I will say I would add in that barn door, because that barn door just works perfectly, but you have got everything that you need. So Taz has just said that we've had, Michelle was it, has just messaged in saying, hey Mish, and she didn't, bless her, I've got a really runny nose, so Taz ran to get me tissue and then did some like ninja karate style of getting in here without anybody seeing her, and I'm telling you all that she did it anyway. So yes, when you were doing that for me, I asked for a name for him. Yeah, Hamish. So that's what we're on, Hamish. Are we doing boards or straight samples? Samples, let's do some samples. So I've grabbed a different pile. So I'm hoping that I'll have shown nearly all, because there's another big pile down here as well of samples to show. Look. Oh, it's just adorable. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. So you've got your frame to make this, the outside. That element there, that's the inside of the frame. So all of that is the frame. Then you've got the family and friends. You've got the, I can't see the names from here. So you've got two extra ones. So 4 dies. So you've got that one, this one, and then that one. And that's just part of it as well. That's not even using everything that's on there. Look. I absolutely adore these flowers. Look at this one. How pretty is that? Do you know what I think's nice as well about animals? I think that I think everybody has like an animal. Do you know what I mean? Like everybody has like, everybody knows somebody who is obsessed with horses, or that has got a thing about pigs, or is obsessed with Highland cows. Everybody's got something. Do you know what I mean? Or you look at them and you instantly think of somebody that you can go, I know who would love that card. Look at that. So this is using that frame. So die cutting out the larger mat, folding in half to make your card shape, and still using that inner part. How cool is that? That's Barbara that's done that. Look. Oh. Vera. It is a very happy house. To be fair, they all look really happy. Very happy and cute. I was telling Tals just now, my little girl has going through a phase of wanting to buy a pony. Yay for me. If my garden, so Taz has just said to me, I can put the pony in the garden with my cow. If my garden was big enough for a horse and a pony, then it'd already be there. It is not big enough. Look. So cute. But if you want to make cards like this, you're gonna have to get the Pleasant Pastures collection, which I'm so excited to say that they are doing. So they're matching a Black Friday offer just for today. So 12 o'clock tonight, this is going to go back up in price. Before today, it is on the Black Friday offer. So it is 50% off. it's a combined price of £160.93, but today is just £67.50, which is mad. That's just, to me, that's a, oh, I've got an excuse to spend an extra £67.50. Yep, I can't leave that there. Plus, I could get extra stuff for free. That's just how my brain works. That's how my shopping brain works. Yes, Taz has just said that's dangerous. It is, but you. Taz has just said to me, "I've been shopping with you. It's lethal." It is, but it works. It's like it justifies. It just, you know, in my mind, I'd have been happy. So to me, I'd look at that and think, I'm happy to spend £160 on that. That's such a big collection. I'm willing to pay £160 for that. So if I'm getting it for £67.50 and I've got £67.50 left, I could spend £67.50 getting other stuff. So when it all comes, technically I've bought that and all the other stuff is free. Does that make sense? That's how my shopping brain works. So she's like, yeah, Laura, move on. Right, so next card. Now, the large Pleasant Pastures frame. So this one, you can see, look how big this is. Now, you can use that outside frame on its own. You can use the centre part, and that's what we're going to do now. So I'm using the matte and layers of that centre panel to essentially make my card on its own. So you don't have to use every single one because it's such a big die, and that's what I'm going to do now. So I've cut out the large mat, and for this bit, because this is going to be the bottom bit of the card, so I want to stick this bit down first. I've got the next mat, which again is cut out in the Perfect Papers, which is cardstock weight. So you can die cut them, you can use them as your card bases, you can literally do absolutely anything and everything with them. And then my next layer is going to go down there. So, and that's what those 3 layers look like before you even add anything else in. So that's going to go there. Now the next thing I've done is cut out that larger mat again in white, popped it on my scoreboard, and then I've just scored from that point to the next point, and then I've just scored maybe about ½ an inch in. Can you see it? On the end. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this bit, and that is going to go on there. So I needed to put those masking layers down first because that's going to fit on top. And then I'm just going to leave that to grab a minute because I don't want to move in. So while that's grabbing, the layers that are going to go on top of that, I've used the exact same colorways. So we've got white and that lovely, it's almost like a beigey colour. So this is going to go, but this is lighter than the one, so this is a different one to the one I used in the last demo. So Taz has just said, oh, I was going to say caramel, but now I'm looking at it, it looks more beige, but this is lighter. See, this one's slightly darker. So this is a different colorway to the one I used. And then let's put some foam on top of here to raise this layer up from that back. And then these, so I'm using the exact same dies again that I used in the base, but this time I'm popping that frame, which is just absolutely stunning, on top, that I know you're going to look at and think of using for just any, absolutely every and any card that you can think of, you can use that with. This is going to go on there, and then I'm going to glue this one flat, so that's going to go on there. And then I always do it this way, so I don't get glue everywhere. So if you glue this bit, you know only to glue to that score line, but if you glue the back of there, you're kind of guessing where you need to stop. So always do it on the card that you folded, just to avoid gluing any bits that you do not need to glue. That's going to go on there, and then that is our card shape. Okay, so that's going to go down there, and then let's leave that set a bit. Let's decorate it while that is set. So I've got the chicken hut, and I haven't put the stand there only because you weren't going to see it. It was going to get covered. So that's going to go there. Oh, so Michelle's message saying that because it's farmyard themed, she thinks this colour is fawn, which would completely make sense, really, wouldn't it? Michelle's showing us up, Taz. Right, so that's going to go on there. And then this bit is going to go there. And then we've got our lovely hem. That's going to go there. And then we've got our, do you know what, looking at that, that looks like Easter eggs. You could use that for an Easter basket. And Taz has just said, I was literally just about to say that. Of course you were. And then we're going to just tuck that in there like that. And then, see if this glue is dry. The centre part that would have gone into that frame, I've cut out. Now I've put 2 bits of foam on here just to make sure that it supports. This is gonna go over there, and then the next layer again in the die set. I haven't done anything yet, and then pop the sentiment on there, and then that. I'll just move this so we can see. So you can see that is how that all comes together. It just, everything comes together with this so easily. I love this card shape as well. That's not, oh. There. Right then. So this is obviously what I've just used. So this is the Pleasant Pastures collection. I mean, this is just, I can't get over the price of this. I know it's a Black Friday deal, but to get this collection, it is such a big collection. This die on its own is huge. Was it 19.6? 19.8, look at that. It is absolutely huge. And that is such a generic design that you could use for so many different collections, so many different occasions, so many different ways that you can use it, as well as we've seen by some of the samples. You've got the friends in there, you've got everything that you need, the florals. There's nothing I can say apart from the bandeau that I would add in to completely complete that collection, which is this one. Absolutely stable door. I mean, but do you know what, again, I look at that and I can think for wedding cards, do you know, just that background, or even if you had somebody stood there, or even if you had that bit covered, if you did a floral display going up it, and that, so you only seen that bit, it just works so well, and you can think of so many different occasions to use it with. It is an absolutely stunning dye, and you get the 2 different colorways with that as well. And again, this is on a Black Friday deal as well for $14.99, which is absolutely amazing. Now I've got another big pile of samples here. Honestly, there's so many samples, but you can just tell that the design team have had so much fun. I love that with the basket hanging on the fence, like they've just popped it there. This is from Pam. Absolutely beautiful. And then look at this one. So this is the one that I just used with the hen, and just pulling it with, filling it up with flowers and use it as like a bowl or a happy anniversary. You would not look at that and think that's come from a farmyard set at all. Absolutely stunning. Pam, that is amazing. Next one. So we've got Vera. And so again, this is using that frame dye in such a different way. That's using the outside dye on its own to make that card shape, fold it in half, and then obviously once you cut out the frame and then the matte and layers, cut it in half. Do you know what I just thought? If you made this card, because you're cutting these bits out and you're cutting it in half, you could essentially make 2 of them at the same time. Because the half, are you not with me? Oh, I thought you said what? like you didn't know what I meant. So you can make 2 of those the same time from the bit that you're cutting off to make 1. But such a nice way of using the card. Oh, they're just so pretty. You get different colorways in the chicken coop as well, don't you? Yeah, I think there's 3 different colorways that you get. I think it's 3. I like this as well on the, oh, the sentiment. That's the one in with the chickens now. I like this, that they've cut away the stable door. But how different that looks, being cut away like that. So pretty. Look at this one. Oh. Enjoy the moment. How cute is that? That's Sue again. Sue, you were on the ball with these. So good. Look at her. Oh, we need names. Look at that. New home. What a cool idea. Oh, and they've got the little number. That's such a good idea. Oh my gosh, they've used the steps for the chicken coop as a vase. Have a guess. It's Pam again. Oh, and Pam has just messaged. Oh, so Pam has just messaged saying thank you, and she can't believe the price. Neither can we. Honestly, we were shocked. Very, very shocked. So we've got another one here from Sue. I mean, look at that. Do you know, if you make and sell your cards, that is the one that somebody's going to walk past and they're just going to be drawn to your stand or your stall straight away. And Taz has just said in my ear that she would easily pay £7 or £8 for that. It's just, you don't see cards like that though, do you? And it's huge as well. So pretty. And then look at this one. How pretty is that? And you know that it's such a simple way. Just cut out every layer of the frames in white, matte and layer them up, and then adding in those florals with a sentiment. But how, if that isn't testament to the dyes do everything for you, I don't know what is. This one is, I don't know, no name. This is a no name. Right then, shall we do another demo? Where is my dip? Where's it gone? It's run off. Right. Let's do this. So I've cut out that large die again from that frame, and I'm using it as my card shape. And what I've done, so can you see the curve? Because it almost like circles around. On this one, I've cut it, and I've done that just so that when I stand the card up, it's not going to rock. So I've just ever so slightly, like if I put it there, can you see it's just ever so slightly, but it'll just stop the card rocking, especially if you're going to go in like I am now, and you're going to add different layers in, and you're going to add lots of dimension in, and you have it on kind of like one side of the card. If that's there, it's just going to go to that corner. Do you know what I mean? So that's why just cut, and honestly it can be so small that you don't even notice it, but it'll make such a difference when you pop your card up. And like this layer now, this is going to go on, I've left that there because I've already got that bit now, so it kind of hides it. Then this is from the Perfect Papers, so this is the stripe design from the Perfect Papers, which work perfectly. And Taz has just said that the stripes are really fine. The dots are as well, and I think it makes it work a lot better. And I don't know why, but like stripes and dots, they work perfectly with this. It's like, I don't know, they're just the perfect design to go with a farmyard theme, if that makes sense. And then we're going in with our white. So that's going to fit on there. So you've got all of those different layers built up. And then we're going to go in now with our fence. So we've got different panels in here. And this, so the panel, where was the one I used? This one. So this demo that we did just now, when I showed you that I cut it away, because I used that bit with the rocks, and I cut that bit, that's the waste, so that's the bit that I cut off making this card, but now I'm going to use it now on this card. I say that, I can't even remember what I was going to do with this card. Right, let's have a think. Right, so pop that there, so he looks as if he's just snuck out of somewhere that he shouldn't be sneaking out of. We'll pop this. I'm going to tell you something really odd. Taz has just done the most worrying right in my ear ever. I used to work in stables. And now, every time I see a horse or anything, like, I can smell it. Don't like when you've worked or something for, like, I can't explain it. It's just, yeah, so I got, it was like a horse riding school. So I worked there and, like, clean out the stables and take, like, little children out on horse riding rides and stuff like that. And now, like, I look at that now and I can just smell horse. It's taking me back. Right, so this is going to go there. And then what I'm going to do before I stick the other one down, I've got my floral. So remember me saying about the different ways of using these. So let me just see if I can because I've obviously already done that. So can you see, like that's together, but all I do is I just fold it up. And it just looks like a bouquet or something. You just pop in something, or like in those, in the bowl from the hen, if you wanted to cut it away but I'm going to pop that there. This one, I'm going to raise this up a bit. It's going to go there. And then we'll go in with this there. And then I feel like that needs, so this again, so exactly the same thing, but this time I've just snipped them away. So many different ways that you can use these. And then just to bring that together so it all looks like it's just flown instead of it just being on top. It looks as if it's just flowing behind the chicken coop. Just add in these like so. So it just looks like it flows up now instead of it just being blobbed there. And then we'll go in with our horse. Have I not? Oh yes, I have. I was going to say that I haven't got a sentiment. But I do. Right, he's going to go there. And then our Easter eggs. Oh, I fancy a mini egg now. A mini egg. Or Cadbury's egg. Or the cream egg. Although I think I prefer mini eggs to cream eggs. Right, and then I've cut, so I've stamped a sentiment just on a little sheet of card, and I've matted and layered that onto the same cardstock that I've used in the background. So just pop that off there. And then that is just going to fit there. Sorry, you can see the back of my head. And then all I'm going to do is just pop in some florals just behind there, just so that flows, so it's not just a block where the horse is. Put that in there. There. And then we'll do one more. I really like the wildflowers. They're really, really pretty. And do you know what I really like about them? When you look at it, so if you look at every single one of them, you've got purples, you've got yellows, you've got whites, you've got daisies. There's so many different colours that you could pick to go with any style of card. So you've got different colourways to choose from. So right, so if you want to make cards like this, you're gonna need the Pleasant Pastures collection, which I'm so excited to tell you is on a Black Friday deal. It's 50% off for today and for day only. It's going to go back up at midnight. It might be back on a Black Friday deal over the Black Holiday weekend, but that depends on stock and things like that as well. You're also going to get free postage with it today. So I'd grab it while you can, while you're getting it at that special price. You know it's yours then as well. If you want to add, if you want to add the expansion pack, which is what we had earlier, and we will see it later on at 2, £82.49 to get this whole collection plus the expansion pack, which is new today. And if you want to see the both of them together, me and Taz will be back together again at 2. So you can come and watch then. It's the craft along. So I'd love for you to message in if you've already got this. You could be making the same cards that I'm making at home. I am going to be adding in the expansion pack, but I'm going to be using the Pleasant Pastures as well, so you can craft along with us. So if you want to grab it, you know somebody who wants it, let them know while it's on a price, but otherwise we'll